AM Best is maintaining its negative outlook on the UK non-life insurance sector. I'm Yvette Essen for AM Best TV, and I'm joined by Catherine Thomas, Senior Director of Analytics, to talk through the rationale for that outlook. So in 2018 we published for the first time a negative outlook on the sector, and that has been maintained in 2019. Can you explain to me the rationale for that outlook?
Well, the main issues for the sector are the persistent pressure on performance due to strong competition and the political and economic uncertainty associated with Brexit. This year, UK non-life insurers are also having to contend with increased regulatory scrutiny of their pricing practices by the Financial Conduct Authority. And although recent legislative changes introduced as part of the Civil Liability Act should be a positive for UK insurers, we do expect the majority of the benefits to be passed on to policyholders.
You mentioned Brexit there. That is, of course, weighing on the sector. Can you tell me what companies are doing with regards to the UK's plans to leave the European Union, and how exactly is it putting pressure on the sector?
Well, all UK insurers will be affected by any economic fallout associated with Brexit, and that's likely to have negative implications for their investment earnings, for claims inflation, as well as for premium volumes. Also, once the UK leaves the EU, and at the end of any transition period, the passporting rights that currently exist between the UK and the EEA will cease to exist. So since the referendum in 2016, insurers affected by that potential loss of passporting rights have been putting plans in place to ensure that they can continue to access that EEA business. And many have established subsidiaries in the EU. Now, although those subsidiaries will allow insurers to continue to access that EEA business without any negative implications on their business profile, having to set up a new subsidiary does come with operational and restructuring costs, and that will impact their earnings. Also, the fact that you now have a new separately capitalised subsidiary could have negative implications for the fungibility of capital across an insurance group.
So in general, the market is facing a difficult operating environment. But how would you describe the capital adequacy of UK non-life insurers?
Well, the capital adequacy of the sector is generally robust. So, for example, at year-end 2017, the Solvency II ratio improved by around 10 percentage points up to in excess of 160%. And helped by generally good capital and risk management, we expect the sector to remain well capitalised in spite of those performance pressures and the economic uncertainty.
So looking forward, is there any factor in particular, or any factors that might contribute to us perhaps changing our outlook to stable?
Well, this will be largely dependent on an improvement in technical performance, underpinned by better technical pricing and the positive impact of legislative reforms, as well as any reduction in economic uncertainty.
A copy of AM Best Market Segment Outlook looking at the UK non-life sector can be found on ambest.com. For AM Best TV, I'm Yvette Essen.